Consults YouTube channel, and today I'll be taking you through the new URA portal, that is the Uganda Revenue Authority portal. As you can see my screen, we have the features in the old portal, what have been some of the challenges, and what have they looked at to improve in the new portal. One of the things they state in the old portal, that is the difficulty to navigate. The key features are hidden, does not support multiple languages. And then some of the things that have improved in the new features among the new system are the key service of the front page, whereby they're trying to break down to detail of what you need to look out for that you require. Easy to navigate, consolidate all URA systems into one link, support multiple languages. Yes, it's still under development in some other features, but yes, it's already operational. And I'm going to share with you some of the few key things we need to look out. As we know, today is the deadline for filing our returns is coming in a few days. So as we move down, you can see the interface of the new portal. You required service access in hidden link of e-services. That was the old portal, which now it has been transformed with a new portal on my right hand side, where they say they have made it clear: make a payment, get a TIN, file a return, IFRIS, among others, tax incentives, among others. So this is on my left, it is the old interface. On my right is the new interface, as you can see. Then moving down, we have a walkthrough. The link, as usual, I can still share it with this video. It's down there. You can click and see the new interface. Now accessing the quick services. One, you have to click on Get TIN or File Return in case you want to file a return, or you want to issue an IFRIS invoice. You go to IFRIS invoice, or you want to make a payment. They have tried to modify everything to be as is. So depending on what you want, you have to go and log in. As you can see, I've tried to show it clearly in my display. Moving on, I will look at the web returns. Yes, URA has introduced a more easy and efficient way for us to file returns. VAT returns and the rental returns have all been changed from MS Excel return forms to web-based return forms. The features you can see that have been there before in between MS Excel and the web return. MS Excel has been quite complicated to fill in. Duplication of data, time consuming, does not support data validation, does not support all Excel versions. Whereas with the web return, data is pre-filled from the IFRIS and populated into the return on a daily basis. Sections are clearly labeled to enable quick navigation. No schedules for sales, or purchases, as the information is already available in IFRIS. Online payment for the assessed tax enables during the return filing. Accounting for and discharge for the deferred VAT automated. Yes, because all we know currently you are also automated the deferred VAT system in the IFRIS, whereby everything is now online. And non-allowable input, VAT provided for example, the telephone, where we only claim 90%, and 90% for all those businesses that are not in the telecom business. You can only claim 90% of the telecom bills. Entertainment, among others. So down here we can look at on my left, which is the current, that is the old MS Excel system, and on my right, which is the new to be introduced, that is the the pre-filled forms, the web forms. So previously we have been manually inputting in this after downloading a template from the URA system, the online template. You fill in various information for the sales, the deferred, the purchases, and then, but with the new system, all this information will be auto-populated from your IFRIS directly because they are interlinked. The systems have been interlinked. So that's the difference between the two systems. And I think this will be effective 1st November. Yes, in this month that we are in, this was now effected, but in the previous month we used the old Excel returns. And also note that for us to amend the previous returns, let's say which we are using the MS Excel, that system will still be available for us to go back and amend our returns just in case. Moving on, once again, we'll talk about logging in, because yes, so many people are getting challenges with the logging in. They are wondering, where do I go to log in? You click here, you click here. Yes, but when you go up here, login, you select TIN account, you have an interface of this nature. It's the features inside are more similar to the old interface, just that they were reorganized or they gave it a new navigation, but the features are all similar. Where you go to, for example, to file a VAT return, you go to returns, monthly VAT, monthly value added tax, you select it. Once you select it, hopefully you can see my screen. Once you select it, it will move on to such an interface whereby it populates your TIN number. For security reasons, it's highlighted. Then you select the return period down here. You also select the accounting method. I know for those who are not conversant with the accounting method, most of us were using the invoice basis or the accrual basis method of accounting, where we recognize sale as and when it's made, and not as and when cash is received. A few businesses, upon approval by the CG, the Commissioner General, can use their cash basis, but automatically the accounting basis will be auto-populated depending on how your account is currently standing. And they can even go ahead here and they tell us that, note, currently only invoice basis is allowed. So mostly, or most of us, we are using invoice. Actually, currently only the invoice basis is allowed. As we move on to step 4, where we select to view a return or submit a return, an interface of such will come up, where you say submit in case you've reviewed everything, to review in case you want to see whether there are some items that need to be reconciled. If we proceed, we shall have an interface of this nature, which shows us the tax computation summary, amount of the VAT output, that is 1. This is how it's going to be looking like. Amount of the VAT output. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but that's the line 1, particulars, which will be the total net in case there are no adjustments. Then the input for the period, there it is, and then the total input allowed for the period. Yes, I know most of you must be already knowing how we come up with the total input allowed. For those who don't know, please kindly comment below. I can make a video on the apportionment of the input using the sum method and the normal method to differentiate the two, which method you can take on, where we get our total taxable sales over the total sales times the input tax for the period. So in case some of you want me to have a video on that, you can still comment below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe. I can make a video on that. Then we have our total tax assessed for the period, which you can see clearly here. Total tax assessed for the period. Yes, so all other items are still also included. For example, we're talking about down here the unverified VAT withholding tax certificates. Note, they also made a note that VAT withholding tax certificate, VAT withholding tax credits shall be confirmed and posted directly to your VAT account after the withholding agent has declared the tax withheld from you. So, meaning now we no longer need to do that like by manual. It will be automatically populated there once the agent withholds and makes the payment. So I see that this is making work more easier, despite of having challenges with the new system currently, but I know they're working around the clock to improve it. Then we move to the section that was section B. Now section B2, that is the VAT liability on imported service. That mostly is happening for only the licensee, the BOP, and the contractor suppliers license can claim credit on imported service. They've made it clear there. So that is one of the first interfaces we are going to be having under the tax computation summary. I'll try to be a bit quick. I don't want this video to be so long. We move on to the adjusting the output tax and input. You can see on my left, it is the adjustments of the output. On my right, it's adjustments for the input. So, which is self-explanatory. It's just a summary of what we have been doing earlier, where we have our total output for the period. Any adjustments, just in case we had VAT deferred at importation, anything. Maybe charge due to the bad debts recovered, apportionment of input tax, all those adjustments will happen just in here. Similar to the input side. And we said output is for the sales and input is for the purchases. Moving on. In case of any question, you can comment below, I'll respond. Then we move on to the taxpayer. Add sales that were not made through IFRIS. Yes, this is also important. One will be wondering which kind of sales can be made that did not go through IFRIS. Yes, we have those sales. For example, we have the interest income. We have the majorly I'll take interest income for now, where the bank is giving you interest on maybe on your bank balances for the company. Yes, those sales will not go through IFRIS, despite the bank will declare or will remove the withholding tax on those monies, but those sales will not go through IFRIS, so you need to add them manually for that particular month. Yes, we can see they have also put for us a small session, a local exempt, just like the previous return, but this is more of auto-populated. There will be some column for additional sales which are not in IFRIS, though it is also here, but then pre-filled values are on the other side. You can easily see that. Then purchases, the taxpayer can enter purchases that were made in error to their team, thus not taking wrong credit. URA is coming up with a new system whereby in case you find you have credit on your account and you don't know where it's coming from, you can still you distribute it, because why are they showing this? To avoid issues of invoice trading, where they come to you after a while and they're asking you to provide with the delivery notes and the receipts, and then you start claiming, I don't know about that sale. They want you to, as you're filing your return, the distributed purchases should be clearly indicated. That is also a new feature they're introducing in the new system. Moving on, yes, I talked about the apportionment of input allowed, and in the new system they're also trying to highlight it again, the computation of input tax allowed. The taxpayer with exempt sales shall select the apportionment method, and then the disallowed input is to be entered in the part for the uncreditable input. Please take note of these things. I don't want you to begin fixing at the last minute when you're trying to file your returns. I'm just trying to give you an interface. It may not be so accurate, but at least I've tried to bring out something that may be of importance to you. So one, you select the apportionment method that you're using. Is it normal or sum? As I said, for those who don't know more about it, though the system will help you to do it for as long as you select the method. Yes, I can make a video for as long as you comment down below. Then there are also items which are not, where we don't claim the whole input. For example, if you look down here, we have the VAT input VAT on telecom services, 10% is not claimable. Input VAT on any other form of entertainment, not claimable. Membership in clubs, for example, golf club, that input is not claimable. Input VAT on passenger automobiles repair and maintenance of automobiles, unless you're in the business of automobiles. A lot of us have been making mistakes here where we claim all that input, but as you can see, the law does not allow us to claim input on that. Yes, among others. So all that can be edited in there. We move on. We have an issue of the VAT withholding agents. Before we had a full tab in the MS Excel for this, but now here the system has also tried to integrate it in. Note, this schedule is only active for the VAT designated agents list that is published on the portal. So meaning, in case you're not designated, you will not have access to this portal, apart from just looking at it. Meaning, you cannot withhold from individuals in case you're not designated. So only those that are designated on the portal, that has also been incorporated into the system. It has a list. Only individuals will be able to add it just in here. And then, I think we are coming to an end. I just want to make the video simple and precise. For it, when you see that the video is moving so fast, kindly pause, look at it, comment. I'll be available to respond in case of any issue. We'll look at the summary of the tax. Includes interest and penalties for the submission. That has also been catered for. Previously, we did not have this information. It will just be there, then they give it to you later that you have interest of this much. But this time around, you will know what is the principal tax, what is the penalty, what is the interest. If you want to know more details on how to get the interest, what rate, yes, the rate is 2%. But also, if you want to know more in detail, I can have a video on that. Comment below. I can do a video on that, on how do they compute the interest. In that it helps you in your tax planning in case you're to be like, we'll pay the tax later. What is the implication? Are you going to pay only the principal tax, or you have to pay plus the interest? And if so, what is the total interest amount that you'll be paying maybe in a month's time? Yes, and then after you've looked through, you can do an interim save, or previous, in case you want to review some of the information and then submit your return. Yeah, basically that is that on the VAT. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below in case you have any questions, hit the thumbs button,